Hello crafty friends, I'm Lien from Studio Kato and I'm so happy to be back with another video and a giveaway. I am joining the Syberia Designs team today for a YouTube hop. There are plenty of other designers to share some inspiration, and if you leave a comment you get a chance to win one of 5 gift cards. We are giving away 5 gift cards today, all worth £15. Now, I'm going to be doing some watercoloring today, and I did this to get back in the mood for my paper crafting. I have taken a very long break. I did upload some cards I made before my break, but yeah, I haven't been in my craft room pretty much for a month now, a little longer. And I was struggling to get back into the swing of things. I started off with some really clean and simple cards that didn't really involve much thinking or anything like that. Not much steps to them. And for this one, I just wanted to color. So there are coordinating stencils available for this beautiful Midnight Blooms stamp set. But I just wanted to do some really loosey-goosey watercoloring, and I had a lot of fun with it. This card only took me half an hour to make because this is really, really simple to do. I'll share some tips on how to get this sort of watercolor look, but mostly it's just do whatever feels right. So yeah, I'm going to I'm going to white emboss this on watercolor cardstock. I used the largest flower from the Midnight Blooms stamp set, and I stamped it in Versamark ink a couple of times just to make sure I get a good impression. And then I used some white embossing powder to heat set this. And you can't really see the lines, but in real life the lines are pretty clear. So I just sprayed my whole panel down with water. I didn't make sure it was entirely covered. There was quite a bit of water on there. So everything was flowing nicely, and all I do is I drop in some colored paint and let the water and the paint do most of the rest of it. Now this set is the Magello Mission Gold set, and I really, really love the colors it comes with. There are tons of convenient colors that you don't have to mix, like the greens are pretty good to go. If you want them to be a little bit more realistic, all you have to do is mix in just a teeny tiny drop of red paint, because that's the opposite color, and that mutes it down a little bit more, makes it a little bit more realistic. And for this red, I did some mixing I haven't done before. Usually when you're watercoloring a lot, you get into just colors that you mix a ton and you always use the same colors to mix them. For this one, I wanted a nice muted rose, but I wanted it quite dark because I knew the water on the page would dilute the color down a little bit. So I mix in a little bit of green to mute down my rose, but or my pink, but I didn't want to, I don't know, that usually gives me a really light color, and I wanted something pretty punchy, so I mixed in a really nice red-brown color. I'm not sure what it's called. This is in the 36 color set. If you ask me in the comments, maybe I'll go through the trouble of looking up the name. But if you don't, I won't. So like I said, this gives me quite a punchy rose, and I did think it was a little bit too muted in the end. So you can tell I mixed in a little bit of opera pink, which is the brightest pink of all time. But yeah, I use it a lot also for other colors, not just for pinks, but to liven it up again, because I am really into muted colors these days. But sometimes I get a little bit overzealous in my mixing, and I mix in too much to mute it down and to liven the color up a little bit. Even if it's a blue or a yellow, I mix in some opera rose, and that seems to brighten any color up. I am going to die cut this with a Slimline die from Syberia Designs, and it leaves a really nice stitched outline. That's why I use those dies. You could use any rectangle die you have, but I really like the stitch detail on those. I trimmed it down so it would fit nicely on my card later, and then I'm going to hot foil this Joy sentiment from the new release with a white foil onto gold cardstock. This is a matte gold cardstock, and I love foiling white on gold. Obviously, you could do reverse foiling, so if you have a gold foiled sentiment, you could use the leftover foil and a solid hot foil plate to get a similar look. It's not going to look exactly the same, but it's, I mean, for all intents and purposes, it is going to be the same. But I just don't like to go through the trouble of foiling twice. I foil it once. I have never run out of a hot foil roll before, so it's not like I have a reason to be stingy with my foil. I have plenty of it laying around. And this is just a tiny piece anyway. So yeah, I just do white on gold and save myself the trouble of being careful with my leftover foil so no scratches get on it. And yeah, this is just easier for me. I die cut it once more from white cardstock so I could layer it up and have it be just a little bit more substantial for on my card later. And I also, off screen, I glued a panel of craft cardstock on my white note card. I never use colored note cards. I always glue a colored panel on top of a white one because I am very stingy with my colored cardstock. I always use tiny pieces of it because colored cardstock is quite expensive and I do go through quite a bit of it anyway. So I'm not going to make colored cardstock card bases. I feel like that's a little bit of a waste. It's also annoying to write in. So yeah, this is just handier for me. I glued 2 pieces of scrap cardstock. This was just packaging. I just glued 2 pieces of scrap cardstock together to prop that little watercolor panel up a little bit, and then I can glue my sentiment on there as well. This is going to pretty much finish the card, and I debated leaving it like that, but I couldn't resist adding a little bit of bling. I used some pearls. I'm not sure what the color is. It's just like a white pearly color. It's a off-white. So it goes really nicely with watercolor cardstock because that's off-white as well. I don't like to use these pearls on super bright white cardstock because then the whites don't match. And I always like my whites to match. We all have our little things that we do that don't make a lot of sense when we say them out loud. But yeah, I always like my whites to match. And this one goes really nicely with watercolor cardstock. So that's my finished card. It's a really soft look, and obviously it's intended to be a holiday card. It's a holiday sentiment, but a joy sentiment can be sent on any occasion. So it's just a flower. I use some red and green because I'm probably going to use it as a Christmas card, so it can be used as that, but yeah, could be a birthday card as well. I love joy sentiments for that reason because you can use them year round, but they are perfect for the holidays. So they're a great thing to have in your stash. I hope you like the card. I hope you like the video. I am sorry because I do realize that the voiceover was a little bit all over the place. I am out of practice. I've been on a break, even if you haven't noticed it online. And it's taking an effort to get back into the swing of things. So yeah, I hope you like the video. I hope you like the giveaway. Don't forget to comment on each stop of the hop for a chance to win one of those gift cards, and go check out the entire new release from Syberia Designs because it's a great one and it's full of festive goodies. So it's really fun to shop those in winter as well because most of them are released in summer these days. I am much more in the mood to buy them when winter is already here. maybe you are too. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, like I said, and subscribe if you haven't already. See you next time. Bye.